and it's Duncan Loves Sci-Fi 360, and I noticed that the third trailer for Man of Steel came out, and it looks really awesome, like so awesome. Like I know it has a lot of religious overtones in it, like at the beginning of the trailer when he says that he will be a god to them. Jor-El says that, but even though I'm not like religious or anything, I still like I don't know. It just brings it in a little bit more to me. But yeah, I'm kind of an agnostic person, but I've always believed Superman as the type of god that we would want him to be. And I've always believed that he is a person that could be believable if done right, and I think what this trailer has done is it's made him more human and more emotional throughout the trailer as the story goes on. And I think what captivated me in this trailer was the scene with Jonathan Kent and Clark, where he found the spaceship. Well, where he shows Clark the spaceship. And I just think that's a really powerful and yet moving scene. I don't know if anyone would agree with that, but probably most of you would agree that was the best scene of the trailer. Because it shows the humanism in his father, played by Kevin Costner, which, by the way, he's an excellent actor. I've seen him in The Postman, he was really good in that. But just the scene in that film alone, or that trailer alone, was what really got me hyped up for this film and what really gave me a little bit of emotions, a little bit. It's just very weird and emotionally intriguing because what if you were someone who doesn't know who they were, and how would you feel about that? And then they just did an excellent job gearing towards that, where he finds out that Clark is not of this earth, and he was sent here for a reason. Like he really puts that out, and he really puts that acting out well. What he says, you were here for a reason, Clark. You were here, and then later in the trailer, there's the speech from Jor-El that we saw from the trailer, the teaser trailer, and that fits really well into the trailer. Like, that fits really well into every trailer. And I know it's sort of a religious overtone, but, yeah. It's still a believable Superman film to me because I've always loved the comic books and I've always wanted my Superman film for me. And I didn't necessarily think the Richard Donner films were that believable. The music, by the way, in this is just so much like the original stuff. It's really good. Hans Zimmer definitely took a good page out of John Williams. Like, it was just so captivating, so invigorating, so exciting. It gets you moving, it gets you hyped up for the film, and yeah. I didn't notice the LexCorp symbol. Yeah, I didn't notice that nearing the end, but I'll try and check it out for you guys. And I know that he is going to be in the film. What I would love, though, if they had the Lex Luthor armor incorporated into the film, then that would make me just fanboy out. Like, awesome, man. Like, that's what they need to do with Lex Luthor. They need to have him build up the machine that can kill Superman, or something like that. And they need to build that up towards the end, so Lex Luthor's the next villain in the next film. And Brainiac probably the third film. Yeah, because Brainiac's not been in any Superman films. But going back to the trailer, I thought it had a lot of religious overtones, which is good for people who believe in that sort of stuff, and people who don't believe in that stuff because they know it's fictitious, right? And I don't necessarily, but even though I don't necessarily believe Superman as a Jesus Christ type of figure, I believe in him more of a biological alien, and that's sort of what I'm taking from this film a little bit. But I'm also gonna respect the religious side of it, and I'm gonna go into this movie knowing that everyone can have an opinion on this film, whether they're religious or not. And I have a few friends that think that Superman was based on Kal-El. Really, he wasn't based on Kal-El. He was just a made-up character, in my own opinion. But you can believe whatever you want to believe in. But as long as that religious overtone, I guess, that's in there, then people are still going to be pleased because there's a lot of religious people that love Superman comic books and films. But I'm one of the non-believers, so I'm gonna take it with a grain of salt. I'm gonna take that story. I think that they did good lines for this film, like the acting on the trailer was really good, and it made you believe that somehow, I don't know how to put it, somehow there might. It's just a film where basically you don't. If it happened in real life and you were Superman, you wouldn't know who you were and you wouldn't know how to react like that if you found out you were from another planet. And if you did, you would probably do the same way that Clark Kent did in this film. Like, the boy who played Clark Kent in that scene that was just an effortlessly well-produced scene. And I gotta give it to Michael Shannon as General Zod. I'm just completely sold on him. I'm psyched to see what he can do with the character. Like, I loved his scene when he was probably going into the Phantom Zone right there. I don't know how they're going to incorporate that into the story, but it could happen. You never know. And the story that Amy Adams' character Lois Lane is following into finding Superman, I think that's a great story because it's all going to lead up towards Clark becoming a reporter or a blogger at the end, or some type. And maybe that's what Lois Lane in this movie is going to intrigue him to do. Like, it's going to get Superman's idea that he needs to have an identity in this world, not just Superman, but he has to have an identity in the Clark Kent. He might be a blogger around this time. He might be working for the Daily Planet, but all in all, in the end, he's probably going to start. It's going to show that he's going to be a reporter and everything. So I'm completely sold on this film. I think it's a great film for both religious and non-religious people, and people who are into civil rights movements and stuff. Because this film is asking, what if we saw an alien, or what if one of us was not human, and how would we react to that? I think this film best describes that. Alright, let me know down in the comments below, and hope to see you June 14th when Man of Steel comes out. Thank you.